seconds to catch the audio. Hello, and welcome to week 6 of the NFL season. Last week, in week 5, we saw Cooper Kupp return to action. 25 first downs for the Niners. Jet lag for the Bills. The Raiders did just enough to get by, and the Steelers, 17 unanswered. If you're new to the show, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back. We broadcast live each week on nofilter.net and Caffeine TV. I'm K Winn. Big Ben is out on PTO today, but we have a very special guest. We broadcast every week during the football season. We bring on a special guest. We'll pick games, winners from NFL Week 6, and the man looking at me in the booth is Jason McIntyre. You know him from Fox Sports, where he co-hosts The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Straight Fire, where he gives you that heat every morning at 5 a.m. Original content and stats. That's where I get my stats. Social media. He's got a complicated relationship with Kevin Durant. And Bay Club. He is a three-point magician. Some say he shoots that thing like Steph Curry. And we got to get him out of here on time because he's got a basketball game to get to. Jason, welcome to the pod.
Jeez, what an introduction. I hope I can hold up my end of the bargain. Goodness gracious.
Oh, you absolutely can. This was a long time coming. I live in the South Bay. You live in the South Bay. We met through a mutual friend. And I want to get into some hoops since I'm sitting here with a hoops god right here. Well, I got a hoops question to kick off.
Fire away. I mean, listen, first of all, I'll say I'm modest on hoops. We do have a league game tonight. Mike, our buddy, listen, I played against him like 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. And we usually win at the Bay Club. And this guy's torching us. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy? He's wearing like an Oregon State shirt. Mm-hmm. So after we lose, and I'm like, who is this guy? And they're like, oh, he played at Oregon State. And I was like, all right. So we get the rematch and we change our strategy. We beat him. But I made sure to get his info instantly, and we got him on our league team, won the championship. He could play. I'm just a dad enjoying the weekends.
You're building a super team down here in LA. I love it.
Trying to.
So here's my first question. True or false? The Oklahoma City Thunder will have more regular season wins this year than the Mavericks and the Clippers.
No, I do not. I like the Mavericks. I'm not a Clippers guy. I saw the OKC total was like, there's my 39.5. Did you see that? It felt a little low.
It felt a little low to me.
It did. The problem is they got a lot of young guys and you don't know if they're all going to deliver. So one of those two teams, Clippers or Mavs, is not going to be great. My guess is Clippers, Kawhi, Paul George, skipping games, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you've got the top 4 in any order. I think we could probably agree it's Nuggets, it's Lakers, it's Warriors, and the Suns. And then when you get to the middle of the pack, Clippers, Kings. I think the Kings are going to regress this year. Yeah, Shea always gets better. Jalen Williams, I went to Santa Clara, so I'm a little biased. I think he's going to get better. Chet, I think they're right now maybe a 6 or 7 seed, but hopefully they can sneak in.
I didn't hear you mention the Pelicans or the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson. Those two teams, they could make Minnesota. People are really bullish on them this year. Year 2 with Gobert.
So I did forget about the T-Wolves, so that was my bad. Pelicans, I got to see Zion play. Yeah, when he plays, he dominates. So I think it was 2 years ago they were up there with the Nuggets that he got hurt and they fell off.
Yeah.
So we shall see. But look out for my Oklahoma City Thunder. That's my hot take. 5 seed in the West. You heard it here
first. That's not bad. I like it. Chet Holmgren. He's just got to hit the weight room,
Yeah, he does. Now, if we move into football here, everyone is talking about the greatest show on surf. That's right. The greatest show on surf, the Miami Dolphins. But I want to take our listeners back to 1999, 2000, 2001. You had the greatest show on turf with the St. Louis Rams. So if you had to pick an offense, would it be the 1999 Rams or this year's Miami Dolphins?
So the Rams had Warner, Bruce. Did they have Oz Hakeem
as the number 3 receiver?
Who was the 2?
Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt, yeah. Recency bias. I got to go with Tua, Mike McDaniel. I'm not even a Tua guy. I'm a Jets fan, as you can see, and I don't like the Dolphins. But McDaniel's cooking up some stuff, man. Yeah. They got guys wide open on every down, And it's not like they've got a team full of superstars. Like Raheem Mostert is like 31 and looks like a 21-year-old the way he's running. And Achan, he's extremely good. Now he's out on the IR. Obviously Tyreek Hill's good, but like they're just plugging in like Braxton Berrios, who's like a backup slot guy with the Jets. And now he's just torching for the Dolphins. I would lean Dolphins. I think they're approaching a bunch of records. It helps when you score 70 and put up 700 plus yards. But I guess I would lean Dolphins. I think I was young and in college during that greatest show on turf. And, college is a big haze, so I can't remember all the details.
Well, so I was going through it when I was prepping for this interview. I was going back. Do I pick the Dolphins? Do I pick the Rams? And so I started to go through the skill positions. You have Kurt Warner versus Tua. That was Kurt Warner's MVP year.
Yeah.
He threw for 41 touchdowns. Tua's on pace for, I think, 37 or 38. So maybe there's a draw there, okay? But in the backfield, you got to take Marshall Faulk.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot about Marshall Faulk. Yeah,
And then on the skill positions, I believe the Rams had the better wide receivers. But to your point, what McDaniels is doing with Cedric Wilson Jr., Jalen Waddle's hurt. He's not even really playing. Yeah. They got Chase Claypool right now.
That's right. They picked up play, yeah.
It's the motions. And I was telling Big Ben, it looks like an arena football game. The way that they're giving Tyreek a head start, he's got no chance, or the defense got no chance against him. So just to be contrary, I'll pick the Rams.
No, it's very close. I would agree. Yeah, I forgot about Marshall Faulk. I don't know how you forget a Hall of Famer, but yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the main part of the show. So we bring on a very special guest. You are our celebrity pick'em guest. Think of it like college game day, but for the NFL, but for the West Coast, but better. Now, we don't go through all the games. We just have 10 games. It's straight money line. I know you like the numbers. I know you're a gambling guy. So it's straight money line. You just have to pick the winner, banter a little bit on the team. And we have a leaderboard right now. The winner or the leader has 7 out of 10. So if you are the leader at the end of the year, you get a very prestigious Big Ben and K Winn trophy. There'll be a parade in the South Bay. There'll be banners. It's really a big deal.
I mean, will it be like the parade for the El Segundo Little League team that won the World Series? I could use that. Yeah.
Bigger. So year one, Sean Salisbury won.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I could top Sean Salisbury.
I think you can.
Who was Joe?
Joe Manueli. So he's the founder of NoFilter.net, kind of a big deal up in the Half Moon Bay. So he is a current leader at 7. So.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready as I can be.
Okay. So game 1, we've got the Seahawks against the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Tough one. I'm going back and forth on this. I think a lot of people think the Bengals are back after thrashing Arizona. But I already took the points with Seattle, but this is just straight up.
Yes.
I'll go Seattle. I'll be a little contrarian and go Seattle. A lot of people just want to bet the better quarterback. Obviously, Geno Smith is not the better quarterback here. I just think the Seattle defense will surprise. I don't know how much stock you put in off the bye. Pete Carroll historically has been pretty good. I just think the secondary matches up way better than Arizona's does with Jamar Chase. And I would keep an eye on Jamal Adams back from the concussion. We know he's an inside-the-box safety, loves to blitz. Joe Burrow had a lot of time last week. I don't think he's going to have that kind of time this week. I'll take Seattle to win.
It's like you read my notes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Joe Burrow's healthy. Jamar Chase is always open, but I think Witherspoon and Woolen will slow down Chase, not stop him, slow him down. This is my super dog on the road. I like that pick. Seahawks.
All right.
Moving on. We've got my Niners in Cleveland against the Browns.
Well, we saw the news that Josina Anderson broke some news. I don't know if it's official, but she said Watson's out. He hasn't practiced this week. You got to take San Francisco. I will say this. On my podcast, I bet on Sunday night. I was like, I got to bet the Browns. Everybody, right after the 49ers beat the Cowboys, I was like, nobody's going to bet the Browns. So I bet the Browns at 3.5. And then, of course, I didn't think Watson. I was like, he was cleared to play last game. They had the bye. Oh, he'll be fine. And then they're like, he's not practicing. Well, line goes up. It's now at 10. So I bet out of the 3.5, and I'm on San Fran at 8. But for this purposes, San Francisco to win. Yeah.
So I think San Francisco will win, especially with Watson out. I'm just curious, Randy Gregory, will we see him in action for the Niners, how he's going to fit in that defensive scheme? I'm excited. I couldn't believe they got him, but they do. And they love that defensive front four. I think he's a great addition to an already great defense.
Yeah.
All right, next game, we've got Carolina at Miami, the greatest show on surf.
All right. Dolphins are 13.5. I'll take them on the money line. If that, what is that, minus 8,000? Yeah, it's tough to make a case for Carolina here. The only argument for Carolina maybe keeping it close. Dolphins have the Eagles next, I believe, in prime time.
Okay.
You know, that's obviously going to be a big matchup. Tua versus Jalen Hurts, the Alabama, like it's going to be a massive game. I'm pretty sure that's the game. So maybe there's a look ahead and, you know, they sleepwalk through this one. Achan's injured and out. Carolina is horrible, but eventually this is the NFL, you know, they want parity. Eventually Carolina's going to get healthy and surprise somebody. So I think they keep it moderately close, but I'll take Miami to win.
This is definitely a trap game for the Dolphins. But with that being said, I don't see them losing, especially in a straight money line situation. I'm with you on that. All right. The team that was in London for 2 weeks and wished all their games were in London because all they do is win when it is in London. So we've got the Colts against the Jaguars in Duval.
I did bet Colts getting 4.5. It's down to 4, so I feel like I got some value there. But this is straight up, so I don't know, man. This is a Jekyll and Hyde Colts team. I know they won in London, but I was on them when they got smashed by the Texans at home. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I don't know. You probably know this. So, you go away on a 2-week vacation, right? You go awesome vacation, you're traveling, and then you come back. What's your mindset that week? Like, you're like still on a high from vacation. You're not locked in at work. Yeah. You're kind of like rolling in. Like, I can see this being a bit of a letdown spot for the Jags. I don't know if I could bet Gardner Minshew to win it. So I'll take Jacksonville. Damn it. I'll take Jacksonville to win.
Jacksonville looked good last week, especially against the Bills. The Bills defense has played really well. Gardner Minshew, Colts. I think there's just too much going on. You know, Jonathan Taylor, is he back? Is he not?
That's
Zach Moss, got to get Michael Pittman the ball, but they don't. So Josh Downs is now the lead wide receiver.
He's good.
I think there's too much. I agree with you. Let's go Jags there. New Orleans at Houston.
This is one of the tougher games on the slate. I would you don't want to bet every game on the board. This is like a stay away. I do think there's something to Dennis Allen, great defensive coach, possibly rattling the rookie. We saw Atlanta kind of tweak him last week by not blitzing and just sitting back in mixed coverages and the too high, nothing deep. And he didn't play well until like the fourth quarter. He had that late touchdown. I just don't know if I trust the New Orleans offense. I guess I'll take the Texans. Gosh, I don't know. That's a gross one.
So I was doing a little research for this pod, and I stumbled across an interview with you and Colin Cowherd, and this is before the season, obviously.
Okay.
You guys weren't high on the Texans, everybody. I wasn't high on. I've been completely surprised with the Texans, the offense, and what CJ's been able to do. It's been unbelievable. What do you think the biggest thing that you've noticed since the start of the season with them?
Well, you know, what I miscalculated was, so they have a new OC, and D'Amico Ryans brought him from San Fran, this kid Slowick, and he's basically running the same kind of schemes that Shanahan was running. And I didn't realize that until the Jacksonville game, and you're like, man, he's scheming up dudes wide open. Like I mean, it's who's it? Nico Collins is playing really well for them. Tank Dell is the other receiver. Like, these guys are open, and that's not usual. Like, you look at the Patriots, nobody's ever open. You look at the Jets, everybody's always covered. They're running vanilla, boring stuff. And Houston's cooking up some stuff now. Defensively, spotty, but Will Anderson, I guess the rookie from Bama's played well. So I'm surprised. Just a miscalculation. Listen, can't get everything right. And Texans have definitely impressed so far. I'll take them to win a nail biter.
I think everyone miscalculated because I just thought it was going to be the same offense that Davis Mills was playing in and Tyron Taylor was playing in. But Stroud, he looks so comfortable in the pocket. I don't think and I'll knock on wood, I don't think he's thrown an interception yet.
Yeah.
He's so efficient, and he's been a really big surprise. Like everyone was talking about the other rookie quarterbacks, but he's been a pleasant surprise. He's got Texans going in the right direction.
Yeah.
All right, we have Detroit at Tampa Bay. I'm calling this the battle of the quarterbacks that the Rams didn't want. One was a starter, one was a backup, but they still didn't want either one of them.
Yeah. So this is Tampa off a bye. Now, I saw the Lions injury report is a lot of dudes on there. Not great. But this is the mindset off a bye. Like, what was Baker Mayfield doing last week? Oh, that's right. He was on game day, living it up. Right. A lot of fun. I don't know. Time to sell Tampa. 3-1. Mike Evans is hurt. I saw he missed practice this week. We'll see how he is. Detroit on the road can be spotty. Goff outdoors. I know they showed well at Green Bay. That was a divisional matchup. I'll take Detroit, but a little reluctantly.
After the blowout last weekend, the Niners beating the Cowboys, America's got a new team. It's the Lions. Everyone loves the Lions. I love the Lions. I just don't believe in Baker Mayfield, and I think Tampa's too banged up. I'm with you on that with Detroit. Yeah. All right, moving on. We have New England playing the Raiders in Las Vegas.
So far, my biggest bet of the weekend. I'm on the Patriots getting 3. Again, I don't think the Patriots are good. I think Mac Jones is awful. I just think the spot is great for them. I mean, Raiders short week, and this will be like by far the worst defense that Belichick and Mac Jones have faced. Like they faced like the Eagles. They faced the Saints. Saints are a top 5 defense, I think, right now, or maybe top 10. And then I forgot one of their. Oh, they faced the Jets, who have a good defense. They could do nothing. They had 1 touchdown on like a blown coverage. So this is a major step down in class to a Raiders team that basically, hey, block Crosby. Like that's your job. Block him on the edge. And that offensive line's getting healthier for the Patriots. It's been kind of banged up. So I think the Patriots go here on the road and get the win. There's a lot of revenge angles here. Jacoby Myers, who Belichick foolishly let go. Yeah. Then there's McDaniels, Garoppolo. Like this is interesting. I don't know at what point do we get Bill Belichick getting humiliated 2 weeks in a row? Like, I mean, is he going to stand for much more? Like you just think, this is one of the greatest coaches in the history of the sport. He's got to be kind of pissed, and maybe he takes it out on McDaniels, his former underling.
Yeah, it's like kind of big brother, little brother. You can't lose to your little brother. So Bill's going to do everything in his power to scheme up and win this game. My take on this, in year one, the Patriots fans, they wanted to usher Mac Jones right into the Patriots Ring of Honor. They thought he was the greatest thing since Brady, and Belichick was great because he got rid of Brady, brought in mac and cheese. Year 2 and the last 2 weeks has not looked good. Patriots fans are looking for a little bit of change. I don't know what the long-term outcome is for Mac Jones, but I do think he plays well against the Raiders. I believe in Belichick much more than I believe in Josh McDaniel. All right, next game, we've got Arizona in SoFi against the Rams.
Yeah. This line is perplexing. I don't know how the Rams are favored by 7 over anyone. Arizona's been kind of plucky. Divisional matchup. I would consider betting Arizona here, but I do think the Rams, I mean, look what Joe Burrow and Chase, just those two, did to Arizona last week.
Yeah.
In Arizona. So now you get Puka Nacua, who's just off the charts. Cooper Kupp is back. I think this could be a Rams open up a can here and drop like 35 on Arizona. Arizona was, listen, they were really a fun story for a few weeks. Knocked off the Cowboys, should have beat the Giants, fought really, really hard against San Fran. And I think it kind of ends this, there's a ceiling for this and they don't have depth. So I'll go Rams here.
Yeah, I'm with you on this, Rams. Arizona's been in every game. It's usually come down to the fourth quarter execution. Either that or they're getting tired. I don't know, but I think the Rams win, and I think they put up a lot of points, to your point. All right, the Sunday night game. I think my wife is working for the NFL picking these Sunday night games because they're so bad. Yeah, I don't even watch them. We've got Buffalo against the Giants in New York, MetLife.
I'll keep this one short and sweet. Bills ain't losing this game. Like maybe Dable shows well, Dable with the revenge spot against Buffalo, although it's not really revenge. It's just his old guy, McDermott. So he's going to know what to cook up. Problem is, Daniel Jones, the neck injury, come on. Buffalo wins. I don't know what the score is. I'm probably not betting this game, but Buffalo's winning the game.
I don't even have to say anything because we know who's going to win the games. It's going to be the Bills. It's not going to be close. I'm not going to even watch. I'll catch it on Monday morning. I'll catch it on the Straight Fire podcast, the highlights.
We will not be talking about that.
All right, last game. We've got Dallas Monday night against the Chargers in LA.
Great primetime game. I'm not going to be there. You going to be there?
I'm not, but it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be good. Rooting Chargers. Bet Chargers getting 2.5. I don't know how Justin Herbert's getting points here. I'm not a believer in Dallas. By the way, did you see this? They traveled to San Francisco, right? Played, traveled back to Dallas, then traveled back to SoFi.
That's what I was wondering.
Why you do that. It was not smart. Like San Francisco, you'll see this week. So they're playing Cleveland. Would not be shocked if San Fran just stayed out west, did some kumbaya, team stuff, and then they just hammered the Vikings next week by like 30. I don't get it. And then now you hear in the Dak Prescott stuff, like Jerry Jones going out of his way to defend him. I do want to see the Chargers. Like Derwin James missed the last game. Eckler sounds like he's going to go. And then Bosa. Listen, you need Bosa and Eckler, and especially Derwin James. I don't think as highly of Dallas. And I'll just say the one quarterback that they faced who was good is Brock Purdy. And they scored like 42 points. Justin Herbert's better than Brock Purdy. I don't. We'll see. I like Chargers.
And Kellen Moore, the offense is a little bit more balanced this year with the run and the pass. And Herbert's actually using his legs more than he has in the past, which makes him even that much more hard to scheme against or match up against. The Cowboys aren't as good as everyone thinks. And we'll find out this week and the next couple of weeks. I'm with you on that.
So wait, are we in lockstep on every game? Or do we? No, wait. You might have taken Bengals.
We are. Yeah, every single game. The only thing I don't agree with you is OKC. OKC's a 5 seed.
Oh, OKC, the Thunder. They're not going to be the 5 seed. You think they'll be the 5 seed?
That's my hot take. Listen, that's what I'm giving you today.
If they are, remind me. I'll give you all the credit. I mean, wow, that would be impressive.
Shea gets better every year. Last year, he was top 3 in MVP. He's going to take that next step forward.
Wait, he was top 3 in MVP? I did not even know that. I know his first team All NBA.
We might have to fact check. We might have to fact check that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, who? I don't know. MVP was Jokic. No, was it Embiid or no? It was Embiid.
Yeah, it was Embiid.
It was Embiid and then Jokic, and then I don't know. Was Shea third? Can you be the MVP if your team was in the play-in? I don't know, but I know he's your guy.
I mean,
he's really
carried
talented.
him.
He did. They had a young team.
Hold on. I know you got to get out of here. I'll look real quick. Yeah, he was 5.
Who was 3? Luka?
5. Giannis was 3. Tatum was 4.
Oh, close. I mean, listen, Shea's good. Maybe 3 this year. I don't know.
Maybe 3 this year. All right, last thing, and we'll get you out of here on time. You got to pick total points on Monday night, just in case there's a tie at the end of the season. Do you want to know what the line is?
Well, that's what I was just going to my phone to look at the gambling app that I check out. And the total for Monday night is 51. I will say 53.
53. All right.
Chargers like 30, 23 or something. Yeah.
Quick recap. We'll get you out of here. Seahawks, Niners, Dolphins, Jaguars, Texans, Lions, Raiders, Rams, Bills, Chargers, 53 points, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander MVP and a 5 seed for Oklahoma City. You heard it from Shea Mack.
No way.
All right, before we let you out of here, do you want to just tell our listeners where they can find you online, where they can check out your content?
Hit me on the gram. I'm on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Sorry, Elon Musk. Jason McIntyre. I'm out there. Podcast Straight Fire and the Herd every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 on the West Coast.
All right. Well, good luck in hoops. You can jump out. I'm going to send our guest out of here, but we had a blast. Thank you for coming on. And we got to have you back on for hoops.
Well, I'll celebrate when I win the Pick'em thing at the end of the year.
All right. There you go. Thanks,
Jason.
Jason.
For having me.
All right, everyone. Wrapping up, you can follow us online at Big Ben K Winn _ at Big Ben K Winn _ That is Instagram. That is X. That is TikTok. That is Threads. Follow us, listen, subscribe anywhere you get your audio podcast. That's Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, and more. And if you like our live content, we broadcast live each week, usually on Thursdays in the evening on Caffeine TV and NoFilter.net. I'm K Winn. Big Ben's back next week. And we will be here again Thursday night. Go Niners. Go Seahawks. That's what Big Ben would say. And we're out.